What's up, YouTubers? We're going to do a video today here about more flaws that could be in your case. Whatever case you might end up, getting into. Any court case. Well, really, the first thing you should do is try to discover, what flaws there may be. And if you see my last video, I went over like doing an affidavit that they're not going to rebut. And it's going to cause you to win. Well, in this video here, I want to point out a very crucial and important step. Doing a Freedom of Information, or a FOIA, some people call it for short. When you do this Freedom of Information, yes, when you get a court case, you can put in a Freedom of Information to everybody involved. And stop and think about this. If you've seen any of my other videos, you probably call me the basic man, because it really is the basics that people should be doing, and they're very simple things, really. You do a little bit of investigation, you'll find out how to do a Freedom of Information Act. You do this Freedom of Information to all the parties, and you get them to answer questions. And they're supposed to release the information. It should be public. I mean, if you do a Freedom of Information, that's what it's for. So you're asking several things which puts you in a leading contractual position, if you will. When you're asking the questions, then you're really the king. To quote Brandon and Jack and those guys, if you know them, or if you've ever heard any of their videos. Brilliant stuff, and brilliant men. And everybody has to learn from somebody. So hopefully you're viewing me and you're learning from me, and you will go study. Now, you do this Freedom of Information Act, and there's a few points that you probably need to list, and you need to, the requirements that you're requiring. Well, I've got a few notes here. How does the court have subject matter jurisdiction? The Freedom of Information Act, you can request this. You can request all this. Is the complaint defective? In other words, are the people involved, what's their qualifications? What gives them the right to be involved in this dog and pony show? Oh, did I say that? Ooh. It might not be brought by the proper party. You see what I'm saying? You want to look to see if any kind of paperwork that came to you or anything they might give you have the correct dates, or have any dates at all. Or signatures, or seals, things that are supposed to be there. Now when you request these things and you look for those things, you might file a notice that it on its face it doesn't have a signature. It's not valid. They don't have jurisdiction. You could go then and make a notice to the court that there's a defect. You can and it could be file Rule 12b-6. Failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. I mean, that's just one thing. And there's many others. Is it the real party in interest? Is it really the person that's supposed to be bringing the claim? And this probably deal with mortgages and, just a whole bunch of things. You demand the qualifications of all the parties. So each party, when you send them the Freedom of Information, it should list in there, please enclose in this Freedom of Information the qualifications, your bond information, and things like that. So these are just another avenue, and you can pick this apart and figure out what you want to put in your Freedom of Information request, and you send that to these people, so they have to sign for it. And you do this immediately when a case starts. I mean, you get a traffic ticket and you're going to court Thursday and it's Tuesday, it's going to be difficult to do this. Unless you go hand it to the parties before court, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. You want to use the authority of the registered mail or the certified mail, depending on which one you use, going through the post office, because that is very relevant, that it's through the higher jurisdiction when you're requesting these things through your Freedom of Information. So that's a little tidbit for today, and hopefully you can do a little bit of research and put something like this together. Even a person that isn't really educated or taught anything like this could put this together if they had a serious court case in a reasonable amount of time to get this in. You know, they're going to get you to court within 90 days usually, but you know, if you find out today you got to do this and you get researching and you find these things and you go back and see what I've said, and you can put together this Freedom of Information Act. It can be 1 line or it can be 50 lines. Whatever information you might want to get. You know, are they do they have jurisdiction? Make them show you in this Freedom of Information Act, every single one of them. How does every one of them have jurisdiction? You know, is the complaint defective? Do they have the proper qualifications? You know, is it the correct party? If you can see what I'm saying. You know, and is it the original paperwork? Is it the original signatures? Has it been stamped? Has it been dated? Has it been signed? You know, where's the affidavits? You know, there's probably 4 affidavits through a normal court case that's supposed to be there before anything even starts. So you may ask, you know, in your Freedom of Information for any of the affidavits that are attached, that should be attached. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please donate. And please look at the information below my video for other pertinent information. We'll talk to you soon.